I'm John Feidelberg, and this is the one thing I learned. All right, so this was Christmas in 5th grade. Okay, so I'd been shitting for weeks. So much so that my parents had switched my bedrooms because my sister's bedroom had a bathroom in it. My bedroom did not. They were tired of me waking her up in the middle of the night to poop for hours like it was a job. They switched rooms. My mom actually affectionately called it the poop room from then on out because it was funny. It was funny, the 7-year-old who just couldn't stop shitting, couldn't stop emptying his bowels all over the place. Hilarious, good joke to have. I've been shitting for weeks. Eventually, I get allowed to go to the doctor's office. If you have an Irish mom, you know what the hell I'm talking about. They give you a glass of milk, they tell you to go to bed, you'll be better in the morning. Finally, I'd worked her down, and she had agreed to bring me to the doctor's office. The doctors didn't really care much either, it turned out. They basically were like, yeah, well, you know, you've probably been eating a lot of McDonald's or whatever, you have a bad diet, you're not exercising enough. I don't know. They were breaking me down like I was a 65-year-old. Like, I was like, I'm a kid. I shouldn't be shitting all the time. They come up with the brilliant idea that I don't know what kind of pill this was, but it was going to go in my rectum. But when you tell a 7-year-old that, it's scary because I'd been, you know, as a 5th grade boy in the 90s, like, gay is the meanest thing you can say, and someone putting something in your butthole, pretty gay. But they said, you know what? You gotta bend over the table, kid. You gotta bend over the table so we can put this pill in your ass. So I fully bent over the table. I remember it so vividly that I was spreading my cheeks open for them. I don't know why they didn't have someone else do it. I feel like that's a nurse's job maybe. But I helped them out. I obliged, I bent over the table fully, and I was spreading my cheeks so they could put a pill in my ass that was described to me, it was gonna help me stop shitting. They put it up there, and they told me, now you're gonna wanna reject this. You're gonna wanna push it out. When things are in your butt, you wanna push them out, they say. And I'm like, okay, I promise, doc, I will keep this pill in my ass. I will clench it like I got a fart in class. Like I just gotta hold it. We're walking through the lobby and I'm doing a waddle, like a fucking, I don't know, like when you're trying to poop, when you have to poop and you don't want to. I was doing that through the hallway. And I finally decided I can no longer have this inside me. I apologized to my mom, a woman who deserved no apology, and ran to the bathroom and just started weeping in there. I mean, I'd been shitting for weeks. I'd been farting in class. The girls thought I was gross. I'd just been violated. It was a real tough moment for a 5th grader to just sit there and just poop. So I needed a moment. Needed a moment, pooped out. And I told my mom, no one else is putting anything in my ass tonight. So we just went home. We didn't even tell the doctor that I just shit his medicine out in the bathroom. Another week or so goes by, and at this point, I am really, really sick. I've lost a lot of weight. I can't keep anything down. I can't believe we let it go for another week, but we did. And my mom, she says she decides that she's done dealing with it too, so she calls an ambulance. She brings in the professionals. She's like, you gotta pick this fucking shit kid up. So an ambulance pulls in front of my house, and they come in, they're stretchering me out, taking me to the hospital to go get checked out. And as we're walking out, I remember I'm laying down, I'm on the stretcher, you know, and my mom's walking out with me. And she walks right past the goddamn ambulance to her car. EMTs are saying, ma'am, you can come in the ambulance with us. Thinking like, hey, you goddamn lunatic, your 7-year-old son is going through the worst time of his entire life. How would you get in the car and console him a bit? But she's got her hand on the driver's side door. I can see her thinking, like, she goes, no, thank you. Like they were offering her. Like it was a courtesy they were extending to her. Like, hey, if you want to come console your flesh and blood while he shits his pants, that's cool. Not having it. Not having it. She said, I'll follow you. Finally get to the hospital, out of the ambulance, rolled into a room, and we're sitting there just waiting for the tests to come back. And the doctor comes in and he says, have you eaten any bad meat recently? I go, no. In the middle of my no, my mom goes, yes. I was like, I had snapped. I was like, what do you mean I've eaten bad meat? What have you been feeding me? She said, a couple weeks ago, I was cooking American chop suey, and, you know, I had a feeling about that hamburger. Didn't look too good. Like, what the fuck would you cook it then? So I've been there for a few days. It is finally Christmas Eve. I had imagined, envisioned, hoped, I suppose, that we would have family Christmas time in the hospital. We all gather around my bedside as if I were dying, exchange presents, have some snacks, the whole shebang. I was wrong. My parents come in, just the two of them, no siblings, just the two of them come in, and they said, you know, so you're in here, and you can't get out, so we might pop by later, but you know, like, we got Joanne's Christmas party tonight, and we can't miss that. So we're gonna go. You're gonna stay here, and we'll catch you later. That was it. That was my goddamn motherfucking Christmas. And to make matters worse, I could see the fucking house. I could see the house where Christmas was being held. And I could get up and I could see my relatives being greeted with hugs, giving little pecks under the mistletoe, exchanging gifts. I saw Santa roll up in a car. So Santa rolls up, fucking gets his ass out of there, and I'm sitting from the window thinking, first of all, that fucking fraud. Second of all, I can't believe my parents are chilling with Santa while I'm up here. And I guess this is the part where people think it's sad, but this is the part for me where I flipped the whole switch and I got happy. I was like, this is awesome. I just get to hang out with me. I am my favorite and my least favorite person, and I got to spend my night just with myself. So the one thing I learned was to make the best of a situation. Yeah, that looked sad on its face, but then, you know, I jumped in bed, playing Game Boy, having the goddamn motherfucking time of my life. I don't know what to tell you. That was the best Christmas I ever had in my entire life.
Listen, if you made it this far into the video,
Which is far, like no one ever does that on the internet.
like it's the end. You made it to the end of the video.
The full fucking video
You
you
watched
did.
the whole thing. So if you liked it and you watched the whole thing, why don't you subscribe?
It means you like us.
Click the subscribe button, because if you don't, I'm gonna fucking murder John.
And I'm gonna like it.
Kill him with my bare fucking hands.
Yeah.
And if you weren't sold on this video, there's plenty more. Watch what's next up and then subscribe. But just subscribe so I don't have to fucking kill him.
Well, I don't know. Do what you want, but subscribe. Probably.